Thank you, Pink Ribbon. Appreciate it. Yo, yo.
Yo, yo.
All right, cool. They don't even give you a countdown or anything. Just
right. They just clip you.
Like the guillotine shot.
Yeah,
right?
they just clip you, man.
Like, a little warning.
They just clip you, but yeah, like that was my main thing. Just not really having a blueprint or something to follow. That's kind of outdated as well because of the times. You know, I'm with you on that. But any little push to me would have helped. If we had somebody, if man, God bless the dead, if Chuck was here and Chuck was able to sit with us and kind of, you know, talk about certain things and kind of do little things, I just feel like that knowledge, we kind of missed out on that. Now, granted, he was gigging that whole time. He didn't have time to teach us little guys anything. You know, he just was doing what he loved to do. But I would love to soak up some of that knowledge from him and get some more information, you know?
Yeah, no, absolutely, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
So the only reason I'm gonna push back on that a little bit is because none of the rap guys in DC had an example to follow either. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you can argue they had, Question Mark Asylum and Nonchalant and Section 8 Mob and stuff like that, but none of them ever really popped. Like popped. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So at some point, you got to take responsibility for
I agree.
your own shit. You
I
know
agree.
What I'm saying? And I feel like there's a lot of, I'm fully cognizant of the fact that I sound like sort of like a Republican right now, which I'm not in any way, shape, or form. But fuck Trump. Let me just get that out of the way. But you sort of got to take some responsibility for the fact, and especially now.
Right.
Like,
I agree.
There's no reason
I agree now.
Cannot be the same thing now. Like,
I agree.
Like when I was I couldn't even put shit on iTunes when I first put the first few Mambo Sauce songs out.
Right.
First of all, that's another thing. Like Miracles, like I started Mambo Sauce in 2003. Miracles didn't come out until 2007. Everybody thought we just came out of nowhere. That was 4 years of me getting that formula right, getting those band members right, and we put out 3 or 4 singles to the radio before that, and they got played on the regular Go-Go Hour, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, once or twice, and then you know what I mean. But we just kept making songs, and I was very adamant when I was putting the band together that I was going to put people in there that knew how to write songs, and that I heard their songs before. Like if you listen to the Mambo Sauce album and the song "Sweet Baby."
Mm-hmm.
Black recorded that before Mambo Sauce.
Right.
And that was one of the songs that I heard that I was like, okay, he's not rapping about the same stuff. He's not rapping about Mr. Party and getting drunk and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
He's positive, and I like that. And he could spit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's why I put him in the band. And I knew that Yendi, had the experience of being on the road with Brandy and Tank and Aaliyah and all these other people. And so she kind of got it from from more of a national perspective. You know what I'm saying? So it's important who you put in your band, not just put your homie in because he's your homie, if you're really trying to do something big. If you're just trying to play on the weekends, which there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. Like, I'm not knocking that.
Right.
It's totally a strategy. I'm just saying you can't have that strategy and then complain that you're not a megastar.
I agree. Yeah, we can agree on that. We can agree on that.
Yeah. So that's all. That's all I will say. I'm not saying that you're wrong. Yes, it helps to have people that can help you. But the other thing I would tell you, just as an interesting fun fact, when Mambo Sauce was popping, you know who was calling me, asking me to manage them?
Who?
Rappers.
Absolutely.
Every rap, and I can't exactly remember, but I'm pretty sure that I turned down Logic. And I'm pretty sure that I turned down maybe Odyssey or Light Show. I can't remember. Yeah, like I'm an idiot. I'm not 100% sure because I can't really remember. I just know that like 20 rap, and I was like, no, I'm not doing rappers. I'm trying to make go-go. Like I want to make go-go, but and and of course I'm kicking myself now because I'm an idiot. But my point is that when we're on the radio like every 5 seconds
Right.
were the closest thing to making it, and none of these other bands were calling me to ask me nothing.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
you did have somebody that was doing it that you could have asked, and you didn't.
Right.
But the rappers did. And I
Right.
didn't sign any of them, but I gave them some advice. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying like I'm responsible for DC hip hop blowing up, but I do know that I gave some of them some advice. So
Right.
anyway, okay. So let's see if we got another question because I think a couple more came through.
Okay.
Okay, hold on. This is from King Nate 83. Thank you,
King Nate.
So he says, question: do you think? Sorry, my producers messed me up. Oh, I see what you're doing because it didn't finish. Question: do you think getting more national artists to collaborate with go-go bands will help push go-go to the next level? First.
Well, honestly, I think songwriting and marketing will help push go-go to the next level. But again, I think that more national artists. You can't tell me if the hottest young artist right now, if NBA YoungBoy wants to do a go-go collaboration, you can't tell me that won't help the culture and help get the youth involved. If Shy Glizzy wanted to jump in a go-go lane, I think that would also help. Big Flock. I mean, all these artists that are coming up, if they wanted to do more for go-go, I think it'll help. But I'm just big on. I don't think we should do. I just think if we do, no
You
problem.
say you're big. Sorry,
Yeah.
you say you're big on what?
I said I'm just big on. I'm big on just not depending on that. Go-go needs to do it itself, man. We got to take the proper steps, and we got to do what we need to do to get it where we want it at, or we're gonna have to live with where we end up. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. I agree. I mean, the answer to the question from me is yes, but that we shouldn't have to depend on that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So yeah.
Yeah. It feels better. It feels better winning when you know that you put the work in. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Okay. Next one is from Sweet Tyra.
Tyra.
What's up, Tyra?
What's up, Tyra?
T-Mont celebrity. Go way back. Do you think that celebrities from DC actors, rappers, singers, etc., have done enough to put go-go on the map?
It's a lot of them. I don't want to say no because I don't know if they were a part of the culture when they were here, to be honest with you. And I can't expect them to push something that they have never seen or never wanted to be a part of. I know Taraji and Regina are doing their thing. You know, the whole BET thing was dope. Somebody might say, well, that was just one little thing, but look at the platform. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can't be petty and be begging. Beggars can't be choosers, bro. Like, bro, we had an opportunity to be on BET. To me, that's enough. You know what I'm saying? Like, you did your job. You did your part. You made it happen. You flew everybody out. Sugar Bear and them flew private. You know what I'm saying? They flying private planes. BET got them flying private. So, I mean, I think some celebrities could do more, but if they're not a part of the culture, I can't expect them to do it. I think it would help. You know, I think everything helps. Anything you're going to ask me, I'm going to say if it'll help, I'm with it. But I just don't think it's fair because all of them aren't a part of the culture. All of them weren't there. They don't know the ins and outs. They wasn't in the go-go. They didn't stand in line. They don't know what goes into all that. So my answer would be I'm 50-50 on that, Tyler. I'm 50-50 on that.
Gotcha. I think so. First of all, I don't want to pretend like I'm a celebrity or anything like that. I'm not anywhere close. But I will say that I used to be really pissed off at people like Genuine, who had played in go-go bands.
I agree.
And basically, like, went on to become successful in another genre and never, like, showed any love. However, being a little bit older now, and being in LA and working on other things, I sort of understand why that happens. And it's because, well, first of all, even if you're Genuine or if you're, even at his height, the height of his thing, everybody is just trying to maintain their own level of success.
Exactly.
And that shit takes a lot of work
Right.
So expecting somebody to put you on is an unreasonable request for
It
someone who's
is.
just trying to keep themselves on. For
It
one thing.
is, man. And you know who I'm gonna let you finish.
Okay.
Wale gets a lot of flack, man. Like unbelievable amount of flack. Phil Day is my generation. Phil Day is just starting to kind of turn the corner to get right. That's my guy. He's just starting to turn the corner, but everybody still looks at Wale like he hasn't done enough. What else can he do?
That's what I'm saying. So, in my opinion, Wale has done more than enough. First of all,
Way more.
he puts go-go in almost, like almost every one of his hit songs has a go-go
Yes.
in it. He's
Yep.
shouting out DC, Moco, whatever, every single place.
Yep.
He's I mean, I don't even know where the dust up with the Wincy thing was or whatever, or,
Right.
any of that. So maybe there was something there, maybe there was nothing there. But all I'm saying is that
It's not enough.
what else do you want him to do? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, but my thing, going back to what I was saying, like just with me, and I'm nobody, you know what I'm saying? But to me, I'm like, every time I try to do something with go-go, it's always 20 times harder than the other shit that I'm doing, because you're dealing, or I'm dealing with people that, again, going back to our earlier point about talking about listening to the OGs and getting the information from the people that have done this before, you're dealing with people that have a completely skewed vision of how things really work. Like, I live in LA. Most of these people that you see on TV and shit, like, they're barely trying to make their shit happen. And I'm not saying all of them. There's a shitload of money out here. There's Teslas and McLarens and shit all over the place. I'm not saying that it's not like everybody's broke. That's not what I'm saying at all. But what I'm saying is it's incredibly hard to gain any level of celebrity, and it's incredibly hard to keep any level of celebrity once you have it. You know what I'm saying? So the notion that you're going to work your 9-to-5 job, you're going to maybe once a month go in the studio and drop something, and maybe you'll put it up on SoundCloud or YouTube or whatever, but you're not going to put any money to advertise it. You're not going to buy any Instagram ads or anything like that, because I shouldn't have to spend money. Like, why should I have to spend money? Everybody should just listen to my shit because I'm so dope.
Right. That's
That
not
ain't
real.
how it works.
That's right.
You know
That's not real.
So if you don't have the capacity to put in the level of work that it takes, then why should somebody else help you when they're putting in the work that they have to do to make their shit work?
Exactly.
So they're busy.
Exactly.
So they don't have time to come and hold your hand. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so that's where I
good question.
Go ahead.
I said, yeah, good question though, and good answer. I mean, I agree, man. It's wild.
Yeah. So this from my man Big John, 826.
Big John.
So this is for you. Ari is well known for its business organization. How can we get more bands and promoters to do legit business?
Well, it starts at the top. I mean, I know that sounds cliche, but it's real. RE already had a model before I came over here, and the model was already had a standard. So I came from another band that had a pretty good model, but they were still trying to find their way as far as what works and what didn't work. Luckily, RE has been using the model for 40 years. So things are in place, legal things, taxes, insurance. If I fall on stage, I'm covered. Everything, you know what I'm saying? Those things were already in place. So I would say other bands should ask those kind of questions, or do research on those kind of things. Tax ID, everything. I mean, how do you want to run your band? Do you want everybody to be the songwriting process, the split sheets? All these are terms that you should know in bands if your band is run that way. If it's not run that way, you need to think about running in that way. or being able to explain how your band is ran. Because what happens is bands do music, and then everybody's doing something and nobody's thinking business wise, and then when the song comes out, everybody's looking for something, and that ain't how it works. Somebody had to pay for studio time. Somebody had to pay the producer. Somebody had to pay that big national artist that you wanted to get on go-go. He didn't do it for free. Like,
Right.
it's like there was money involved in that. Who pays for studio? Like, it's just certain things. Who pays for band practice? It's certain things that bands got to cover. And if, as members in the band, you got to ask those questions. And if your managers have issues with you asking those questions, you got to decide if you really want to be in that band. No disrespect to nobody, but if I can't ask you questions about business in the band that I'm in, that's telling me you either hiding something or you don't want me to know something, and I don't know if I can perform under those circumstances. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So that would be my answer to the big homie John. Shout out to Big John. Great question. I just think we just need everybody. I'm back. Everybody needs to do their research, man, and kind of get some stuff in order, because with the go-go bill that was passed, the people that are going to benefit are the people that are legitimate. The people that are not legitimate and don't have their paperwork in order, they're not going to get funding. They're not going to be a part of that. They're not going to be a part of the tourism aspect of it. That stuff doesn't happen. Nobody's going to give you cash. You're not going to get cash from DC government for your performance. There's not going to be an envelope, none of that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's stuff that you got to know.
Well, and the crazy thing is, it's not really that difficult to get that stuff set up.
At all.
You know what I'm saying?
But
It's
some
significantly
bands
easier now.
that have been out that don't have that stuff.
I'm aware.
Some big bands don't have that stuff in order.
Trust me, I'm aware. I've tried to book some of them at City Winery and have had to go through the difficulty of getting all that together. You know?
Right.
Yeah, trust me, I'm aware. I'm well aware. But it's not really that difficult to get it together.
Not at all. Yeah, not at all.
Okay, so let's see. I think that's it for our Q&A. Let me see if I had any other questions that I would ask you. Okay, yeah. So just to end on a happy note, give me your favorite go-go memory.
Right. Well, most recent, my favorite go-go memory is being able to spend the day with Snoop, the video shoot.
What's going on with that anyway? What's the deal?
Reds.
Come on, man. People want to know. Say what you can say.
Reds.
All right. Sorry.
Come on, bro. Like, nah, but for real, I think it's coming together. It'll be out soon. Y'all know me, man. I be wanting to do stuff and put that stuff out. I move way different. I'm independent though. So y'all got to forgive me. I've learned how to deal with this stuff. I think I do pretty well with dealing with this kind of stuff. But it's coming soon. Red Essence Snoop coming soon. Spending a day with Snoop at the video shoot was awesome. He had a lot of good things to say. He's very in tune to the culture. This was not just a Instagram publicity stunt. Nah, his security is a couple of his security guys are from home. They hip him to stuff. They passed him my music. He knows a lot of the other bands. Of course, he got something coming up with us and Backyard. I don't know Backyard's timeline, of course, but I believe our timeline is coming up soon. We shot some scenes. We might got to do a little bit more, but that's probably my best memory, getting a chance to hang out with Snoop and.
Well, let me dig in a little bit on that. So you say he said a lot of good things. I need to hook up with him because we live in Long Beach now too. So I'm like the LBC.
Right.
We gotta make that connection happen. So anyway, so what are some good things that he said? Like what encouraged you about that? What made
I just about when he used to come to town. He said he remembers the time when in the early '90s where when he would get booked for shows, some bands would be on shows. And he was like, at one point, I remember when you couldn't come to DC without having a band on your show.
Yep.
And that right there, being Snoop Dogg, like he's been Snoop Dogg to me since I was a kid. So he told that's got to be a humbling experience to say, yeah, I couldn't really come unless Ray Essence was on my show or Junkyard was on my show.
Yeah.
So
Did I tell you I saw Raphael Sadiq? I was in front of him in line at Target when I first moved back out here, and
No.
we started talking about go-go, and he was like, he said, last time I talked to Chuck Brown, I told him I would never go on stage after him again. Raphael fucking Sadiq was like, I will never go on stage after Chuck Brown again. He's like, I cannot follow that. He's like,
that's that ultimate respect, man. Like, see, that's the stories you hear, bro, that make you feel like it's there and the spark is there, but then it just doesn't. It's like a myth. It's like an urban legend, and you're like, but nah, this is a real thing. Like, this is a thing, but it just doesn't turn that corner, man. It never turns that corner. I don't know.
Well, yeah. I mean, do we want to be on this live for another 2 hours? But yeah, man. I mean, there's so many things that we could do, but I think again, like it's got to come from a younger generation. If we're talking about Drake,
right.
level. If we're talking about lettuce,
right,
that can be done. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, or like Soja. You and I talk about Soja a lot.
Yes.
You know, Mama Sauce used to play with them a lot. They sell out stadiums in like Brazil.
Right.
They're from Alexandria, Virginia. You know what I'm saying? A stadium, I don't even have to tell you how much more money it is to sell out a stadium in Brazil than it is to headline Echo Stage.
Yes.
Which is the best we can do right now. You know
it's
what I'm saying?
Not even close. Right.
And it's not about, but I also think that's part of the reason why we get shorted is because we think about the money first.
Right.
Because if you're only in it for the money, then you're going to take the quicker money.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're in it for the art, which I understand, Gogo wasn't really built on art and culture, but it is an art and it is culture.
Absolutely.
Just telling me to wrap it up, but this is important to me, so I'm going to keep it going. It is art and it is culture. And so if you focus on the art and the culture of it before you focus on the money of it, you will make more money.
I agree totally.
So, all right, bet, man. Hey, listen, Cal, I really appreciate you taking the time.
Hey, man, thank you, bro, man.
Even better than I had expected it to be.
Great.
Thank you to everybody that tuned in. Thank you to everybody that asked questions. And I'll tell you the reason why I did this on Instagram. I feel like we probably would have got more people on Facebook, but I did it on Instagram on purpose because I agree with you 100 million% that the youth needs to be engaged and there's more youth. I mean, I don't know how we would have done this on TikTok. Or I would have done that. But but the reason I put this on Instagram is because there's a younger demographic on Instagram. And if I would have just put it on Facebook, then it would just be a whole bunch of old heads. You know what I'm saying? So appreciate you, man. Love you to death. Keep doing
dope, man. Shout out to GOGOTIX, man. Shout out to you. Shout out to GOGOTIX, man. Give your wife my best regards. And I'm gonna be going live more in the next couple of weeks because of the situation we're in with the COVID. So y'all gonna see more live from me. I might get Reds back on my live and we can talk some more. We'll work something out. But thank you, man. Thanks for the opportunity, bro.
No, thank you, man. I appreciate it. All right,
no problem.
Talk to you soon.
All right, y'all.